Instead of us telling you about our 2015 state plan, the work that we're all doing to achieve our social impact and relevance goals, instead of having a PowerPoint about our dashboard items, family caregiving, the Fraud Watch Network, and Life Reimagined, we thought we would try to demonstrate our state plan in real life. So I'd like to welcome you to our first ever production by the AARP Michigan Players, Real Life in Michigan. So you have your program here, and if we are ready, something completely different.
The living room in Lisa's house, shortly after her dad was discharged from the hospital. It's her birthday, but she is on the couch sorting through prescriptions and medical equipment. Dad is sleeping in another room, not seen by the audience. At any given time during the year, more than 2.1 million Michiganders serve as family caregivers, helping their older loved ones live at home where they want to be.
Knock, knock, birthday girl.
Diane, come on in. My hands are full, but come on in.
Hey, Lise. Look, I brought for you. Just wanted to stop by and wish you a happy birthday.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's so nice that someone remembered. I hardly remembered myself.
Lisa, is there a door open? I feel a draft.
Excuse me. It was only open for a minute. I had to let Diane in.
Who?
Diane! Have a seat. Diane, you sure? Yes, there. That's great.
Here?
Have a
Okay.
seat. Can I get you a pop or iced tea or
No, Lisa.
or something?
I'm
Anything.
good, Lisa. Lisa, I'm good. How are you doing? Any big birthday plans?
Yeah. Do you happen to know how to use an AccuCheck Aviva Plus?
What, is it some new tech gadget?
Not exactly. I have to learn how to use it. It's a device for testing my dad's blood sugar.
I didn't know your dad was a diabetic.
Neither did he. So you know how for probably 20 or so years, he's never wanted to go to the doctor?
Oh, yeah.
So he had a fall and had to go. And when he was in the hospital, they ran a whole bunch of tests and found out that he has type 2 diabetes and high blood pressure. And from the looks of it, he's had it for kind of a long time. So that's why his kidneys haven't been working right and he's been falling. And yeah, there's just a whole lot of other stuff going on.
Well, so how's he doing now? And I guess he's staying with you?
Yeah. So they discharged him from the hospital this week, actually, but he couldn't be alone. So he's staying here at my house. And I rented this wheelchair, and I've got all this stuff. But there's just so much to learn. I've got to figure out the medicine, and I've got to learn how to use this, and I've got to do insulin shots. I don't know. I feel overwhelmed.
AARP is fighting for the CARE Act in Michigan because Lisa's story is all too common. The CARE Act is a common sense solution to better equip family caregivers when their loved one go into the hospital and as they transition home. It would ensure that hospitals record the name of the family caregiver when a loved one is admitted into a hospital or rehab facility, notify the family caregiver if the loved one is going to be discharged, and provide the family caregiver an explanation and live instruction of any medical tasks they'll need to perform at home, such as testing blood sugar or giving injections.
These would go, yeah, with the meter. So,
Well, let me take you out for a birthday lunch.
well, you know, I really appreciate the offer, but I can't leave the house. My dad needs me to be here.
Well, isn't there someone that could come over and help? What about your brother?
He's too far away. He still lives in Texas.
Well, can you hire someone?
Well, I can't afford it, and my dad doesn't have any money except his Social Security. I did try to sign him up for some in-home services through the Area Agency on Aging, but it turns out there's a long waiting list in our community.
Hey, Lisa, do you get AARP magazine?
Well, of course. Doesn't everybody?
Well, I think I saw something just in the recent issue. Bring it on over here. Let's take a look.
It's what individuals want, and it saves the state money. But Michigan residents still face delays in getting the services they need. That's why AARP is continuing the fight in Michigan for funding for the My Choice Medicaid waiver program and non-Medicaid in-home senior services that help older adults live safely at home, rather than in one more and more costly institutional setting.
Lisa, I'm gonna need your help in here.
Okay, I'll be there in just a moment.
Do you want me to wait?
No, you know, don't worry about it. This is gonna take a while. I'm sorry, I'm just no fun anymore.
Oh, sweetie.
Caregiving can be challenging, but you don't need to feel alone. You can find resources in your community and share your story with other people who are going through the same sorts of issues at iheartcaregiver.org and aarp.org/caregiving. Natalie, Brad, Sally, and Maggie are sitting around a card table in the kitchen with a Scrabble game in the middle. Each has an AARP coffee mug. No, there's no vodka in those mugs, so we're going to move on. There's a corded phone on a small table off to the side.
H E R N I A. Hernia. 9 points plus automatic double word score for a medical condition.
Oh, boy. Well, that's better than my GOUT gout that I scored last time.
You know, you are really silly. I have never heard of anybody but you two who scored double points in Scrabble if your word is a medical condition.
Well, you know, I heard that the head of AARP said we should embrace our age and the experiences and wisdom our years have provided us. But ever since I turned 60, my experiences have included a lot more medical conditions, and we might as well get some extra points in Scrabble.
Right.
Yeah.
Ring, ring.
Excuse me. Hello? You're from the IRS? No, I was not aware that I have unpaid taxes. No, I was not aware that I could face criminal penalties. Arrest? There must be some mistake.
Natalie, it's a scam. It's a big scam. It's not really the IRS.
Oh, sorry, I'm gonna have to call you back. Sally, how did you know that was a scammer?
Well, I learned about it because I signed up for the AARP Fraud Watch Network. AARP sends me email alerts about financial scams going around. The call you just got is a part of a big scam. It started during last tax season. The scammers pose as IRS agents and say you owe taxes and that you need to wire money. You need to wire it right away or face being arrested.
Sally, you're right. He did say I had to wire him some money. Oh, but he sounded legit. He even gave me his IRS badge number.
That's all part of the scam. A real IRS contacts people by mail about unpaid taxes, at least the first time, not by phone. And the real IRS won't demand payment by wire transfer.
Oh, Sally, I'm so glad you were here and helped me. You saved me a lot of grief.
R, A, B, B, I, E, S. Rabies. 11 points plus double word score because it's a medical condition, plus 50 bonus points because I used all of my squares.
Hey, only human diseases count for a medical double word score.
Hey, humans get rabies. Like in that movie, when the father asks his young son to chain him up in a cage, and he makes the boy promise not to let him out no matter what the father might say or do, and he starts showing the symptoms, and, you know.
Brad, that's not how you spell rabies. Rabies does not have two B's. It's R-A-B-I-E-S.
Well, if that's the way you're going to be. Well, I prefer the old Scrabble anyway. Double points for vacation destinations, like beach, golf, cruise.
Cruz, that reminds me. My grandson is just on a trip in Cancun for spring break.
You know there's a scam that involves that too.
What?
Yep. For this one, the scammers target elderly people. They call pretending to be your grandchild. Then they say they're traveling to Mexico to overseas, and then there's been an accident, an emergency, and they need money wired to them immediately. Like they're in an accident or they're in jail, and they beg you not to tell their parents.
Well, if I got a call saying that one of my grandkids was in trouble, I would probably send the money. Not worth the risk or chance if they are really in trouble.
Well, that's how the scam works. They know that grandparents worry about their grandkids.
So what does AARP say we should do?
Well, if you get a call like that, be wary. Ask the caller questions. What is your mom's name? Who was your favorite pet? Where were you born? A real grandchild would obviously be able to answer these questions, but a scammer would struggle. The Fraud Watch Network provides all sorts of useful information about real scams going on. They even have a video and materials they call the Con Artist Playbook that takes you into the mind of a criminal.
And this is all free because I'm an AARP member?
Yep, it's all free for anybody in Michigan who wants to sign up.
Good job, AARP. Let's toast to that.
All right.
Michigan residents of any age can sign up for AARP's Fraud Watch Network to receive real-time scam alerts and access to tools to protect them from fraud and identity theft. If you haven't already signed up for it, do it today while you're here at AARP College. We're also training volunteers to coach people in Michigan on how to avoid fraud. Now, the scene is a downtown city street. During lunch hour, a Life Reimagined stand-up banner is off to the side here. You can see it's right. We forgot it in Lansing. Americans are living longer, working longer, and looking for more out of life. That's why AARP offers Life Reimagined, a service to help you reflect, evaluate priorities, and take action to live your best life. As our CEO, Joanne Jenkins, says, AARP believes that for every member of our society, age and experience can expand your possibilities in life.
Cindy, is that you?
Oh, Margot, I haven't seen you in like 6 months. How are you? Oh, are you still at the bank? Last time we talked, I remember you were working some really long hours there.
Yeah. Well, I am still there for now, but I actually just gave them my notice. I'll be done at the bank at the end of the month.
What? No way. I figured you for a lifelong banker. You know, you've been there a long, long time.
Well, I know, but to be honest, I was feeling kind of stuck. Here, you want to sit down for a minute?
Yes, let's. Sure, that sounds good. Take a load off.
I was working with about 40 to 50 hours every week. The paycheck was nice, but I felt like I was missing out a lot in life. Missing friends like you, for one thing. Then I ran into Randy about a month ago. You remember Randy? Oh, I had you and Randy to my house for dinner last May.
Sure, I remember Randy, but I remember the dinner more. It was fabulous. You sure know your way around a kitchen.
Well, Randy invited me to an event sponsored by AARP called Life Reimagined.
Uh-oh, one of those touchy-feely motivational deals with a test at the end?
No, they called it a checkup.
A checkup, like the kind you get in a doctor's office?
Well, sort of. I spent an hour or so with a special Life Reimagined guide and a small group of other folks taking stock of where I was in my life, what I want to accomplish going forward, and thinking about the people in my life that I could help.
And so you're telling me that the checkup thing is the reason that you're quitting your job?
Actually, it is. It's what got me thinking about what might really be possible for me. In going through the process of my checkup with this helpful guide, I realized my interest in cooking is more than just that. It's always been my passion. And when I evaluated where I am in life and what resources I could connect with, I started to see how I could make this work.
Wow. So that's it. Just snap your fingers and now you're going to be living your dream.
Not hardly. It's not magic, but I learned it was doable. And I saw examples of how other people, real people my age, had successfully reimagined their lives. It's about taking small, simple steps to help you figure out what you really want, and then starting to make it happen.
Wow, that sounds really serious. So what's next?
Well, I've started working nights in the kitchen at Kimball's Bar and Grill.
Yeah?
I'm helping Tom expand his dinner menu beyond mac and cheese.
Yes.
You know, Tom always told me not to confuse my career with my life, and now I've been accepted at the Delta Culinary School and start my first classes in June.
Well, that's fabulous. I am so proud of you.
Well, you know, I'm really proud of me too, and I'm so glad Randy invited me to that Life Reimagined session.
Well, it sounds like you're still going to be a very busy person. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I imagine that's true, but I'll be making a living doing something I love around people I love.
Well, then get cooking. And I can hardly wait to come visit you at your new job when you're a chef. Good luck.
Life Reimagined offers Life Reimagined offers a fresh, personalized, authentic, and thought-provoking approach to help you reflect, evaluate priorities, and take action to live your best life. And in real life, thank you for carrying out AARP's mission here in Michigan to enhance the quality of life for all as we age, champion positive social change, and deliver value through advocacy, information, and service. Thank you all very much.